So brutal, yet so inexpensive.
What's that? Was this like is this our what our our catchphrase? Mentally challenged, so brutal yet inexpensive. Call me cheap.
That was a description I put on a CD in one of my first mail order catalogs back in the 90s.
Oh, it's like
And I have lowered the
you're like
prices
the great value brand of heavy metal.
On Slaughterhouse Rex Store Envy website. I have lowered the prices, and there's a ton more stuff in stock now too.
All right, well you heard it here.
SlaughterhouseRex.storeenvy.com, or go to Bandcamp for the main label releases. God damn it.
Yeah, I just Google Slaughterhouse Rex Bandcamp.
And what happened?
I don't know. I said that's probably what I do. Let me try it right now, see if that's an easier way.
Well, there's two websites. There's Bandcamp, and then there's the Store Envy one, which has all the other catalog stuff from other labels. You know, I found some Category 5 CDs in my storage.
Oh, yeah? I don't even own one of those.
Oh, shit. I'll have to send you one.
Slaughterhouse Records. I'd actually just do Slaughterhouse Records Bandcamp.
Well, like I said, the Bandcamp will come up. The other one, you got to put Store Envy. I don't know.
But whatever. I mean, is it the same? Is it the same merch? Or is there like different merch you can buy from the storefront, like Store Envy?
The Store Envy website has tons of other stuff that I've traded for or have in my mail order from other labels. So it has all my stuff and like hundreds and hundreds of other CDs, records.
Well, but your Store Envy is also linked to Bandcamp, so all you got to do is scroll to the bottom of the page, and it has the link to the Store Envy.
Holy shit!
So there you have it.
What do you think of that? It's what, about 8:33 over there in Wyoming, Jiggler?
Yeah, we're not an hour ahead.
You're not an hour ahead? Did you think you were?
No, did you?
Oh, I knew that you weren't. I knew you're usually an hour behind everybody yourself, but
oh, that's just me. That's my normal thing.
Depends on the day. Like, oh man, I need a few more minutes. Okay, I'm ready. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, dude, I'm so tired though.
So am I.
Busy day. Double shift yesterday, and then had to go in at 5 a.m. today. Got to do it tomorrow.
Oh, shit, but you're making time to talk metal for your adoring audience out there?
A little bit of time. I mean,
fuck you. Ladies and gentlemen.
You can give me
You've
an
heard
hour.
Of Dirk Diggler, now you know his metal brother, Jerk Jiggler. Marc, right. Jerk Jiggler Hansen, and J.R. Torina, the Master Butcher, all metally challenged. Sitting pretty in Salt Lake City. Marc sitting like a king in Y.O. fucking Ming. Fuck yeah.
Clever boy.
All right, well, what the fuck, man? You told me about this picture of Kanye, the Idiot West, wearing a Burzum shirt. What the fuck's up with that? That's like a double.
Oh, I have
double whammy there. Like, are you allowed to like Kanye now, or is it like double damn to like Burzum, or the other way around, or what?
No, Kanye is like hated by everybody now.
Well, he is. So he always has been. So now he wears a Burzum shirt. Do you think he knows what's up with that, and that's why he did it?
I have no idea, dude. I didn't read much into the story. I just grabbed the headline. I'm like, ah.
And it's funny too because it's a shirt with his picture, the picture of Marc on it, holding the bludgeon. You know, it's kind of funny.
Yeah,
like this little skinny white kid on his shirt, and like, okay, well, he hates, or so he says, he hates anybody that's not white. But you're wearing his shirt. What's up with that? So,
yeah.
Where are the cancel people now? They're going to cancel Kanye, even though they're not the same.
I don't know. I mean, you could be wearing it like as a kind of a defiant thing. Like, okay, here's this. Whatever you want to call him, like a white nationalist. I mean, I don't even know if he identifies as that. So I'm going to wear his shirt, just lean into it, you know?
Do you think he knows any of that, or he just thought it was
No, I mean, to be honest, I don't think he knows any of that.
That would be one hell of a choice of a shirt, though, just at random.
I could be wrong, though. Who knows? Maybe he's secretly a fan of, the first wave of Norwegian black metal, you know?
I mean, that's one hell of a shirt to wear, though, for like a random choice. You know, this guy who's like, you can't even
Yeah.
say his name on Facebook or you get your account shut down for 24 hours.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's kind of why it's like to be honest, I don't know. Maybe he has researched it because it is a very specific shirt. It's not like a Mayhem shirt or Dimmy Borger, or Cradle of
It's
Filth.
not
Like
it's
you'd
not
see
easy
that.
to get those
Right,
shirts. They're not
right.
easy to come by, Burzum shirts at all, let alone that variation. Usually it's just the logo or like one of the 3 album covers of the first 3 records, and that's it. But this one's got his picture on it. Like that's a really kind of a rare shirt.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Interesting.
So, yeah,
Wonder.
maybe we'll keep an eye on that story. But like I said, I didn't really read into the story at all. Like I just like, this is interesting. Here, I'll send it to JR. He'll get a kick out of that. So
Yeah, that
yeah,
was pretty interesting. It's I don't know. I don't know what to make of that. I just don't see him listening to black metal, but then again, who knows anymore.
yeah. Um, yeah, I don't know.
Good.
I mean, I
Good.
haven't. I'll be honest. I've been just kind of like working so much, like, and not, it's like it's kind of a cop out. Like, clearly, I probably had time to like research and do some stuff, but like, man, you just get so distracted and tired. You're just like, yeah. So I don't know what's going on. I know Bruce Dickinson just dropped a new single for his solo album, but I haven't checked it out, so
I
that's
haven't
nothing.
done much
That's not a
either.
story.
I caught COVID like the day after, like Christmas night. I'm pretty sure I caught it Christmas night, and then the day after Christmas, I felt like death. And it's just that like week and
But
a half.
imagine how much worse it would have been if you hadn't been vaccinated and boosted.
I don't know. Hard to say. I mean, I got a
I-
flu shot,
s-
but I'm not sure if it was the flu or if it was COVID or what, because everybody else I know who got COVID only had it for like a day or two, and they said, "Oh yeah, I just was kind of sick and I had a cold a little bit." And I'm like, "Really?" Because I had like vomiting and like all that shit for 2 days. Then I had 2 days of like flu and chills and couldn't breathe out of my nose. Then I had 2 days of extreme head cold and chest cold, and I still have fucking some fucking respiratory shit going on. It won't go away.
Did
I'm
you
like,
test positive for it, or?
oh yeah, I did. Like I
Okay.
took the test. Like I went to work and my boss was like, "You don't look good. Take one of these home and try it out." And I took it home and sure enough, I was positive fucking COVID, and it's just and every time I thought I felt better, it was like immediately I just got kicked back down. So I didn't work for like over a week and
Thanks.
it was fucking bullshit. It sucked. But then after that, yeah, it's just been like trying to dredge up the energy. I'm like my sleep's all fucked up. I've been getting up super early when I don't want to, and I couldn't sleep at night when I want to, and
Oh yeah.
sucks a dick. So
Oh, I
basically,
know
I
how that
caught up
is.
on a lot of movies and a lot of Married with Children.
Yeah, okay.
Do you remember when
Classic.
Anthrax was on Married with Children?
Yeah. I don't really remember, like, did they even perform, or was it just they were just like dudes hanging out, like partying?
No, they did both. They played, I think, something from Persistence of Time, I think,
I
or
think maybe got the time.
was it that one, or was it the other album, State of Euphoria? I think it was from Persistence of Time. I think it was one of those songs. But
Yeah.
yeah, you remember because they were playing, and like Bud and Kelly started trashing the furniture, and they started trashing the house, and then what's her name from across the street, the lesbian chick, came over, and she started breaking stuff, and
Huh. Oh yeah, I forgot about their neighbor. Yeah, she was cute, the little short-haired girl.
that was funny too because I've been watching a lot of that show, and it's just interesting how different the times were.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Oh yeah.
even Amanda Beers, who played Marcy, the neighbor, who is they kept, and she is gay in real life, I think, if I'm not
Mm-hmm.
mistaken. But they had a lot of stuff on there where it was kind of, I don't know if I'd say derogatory, at least for the time, but
Oh, it was. It was kind of. It had
just,
like the misogyny kind of thing.
I mean, they burned everybody though. It wasn't just
Oh
one
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
They called Ricky Ricardo from the Lucy Show an illegal alien, and they made fun of women, they made fun of men, they made fun of white people, black people, Mexican people, like handicapped
Mm-hmm.
people, fat people, skinny people. It was
Oh
everything.
yeah.
So it was like all bases covered. Like But it was really interesting because you figure, wow, that some of the shit they say on there, man, if someone today heard about it, some of today's sissy ass bitches that are out there, it would be an uproar. It's like amazing that show is still even on,
in syndication.
Yeah, it's incredible. But it was a good show. It was funny. It just reminds me of how things were because everything was there. We all kind of more or less got along. There wasn't really
yeah,
a lot of hate crimes or anything. I mean,
no, we were better. Gen X kind of had it figured out, and
now it's like you can't say Burzum, but I wonder if you're allowed to wear Burzum shirts if you're a black man. I mean, is he going to get canceled now, or what's the story?
No, he's been canceled like 17
times.
I
know for other shit because he made an anti-Jew comment, and then or maybe that's why he's wearing the Burzum shirt. I don't know, but he's threw in with Trump. And then let's just put that aside and say he's a black rapper and he's wearing a Burzum shirt. Is that going to get him in trouble, or is it like it's okay because he's black? I mean,
no, it's okay because he's already gone through the ringer, so it doesn't really matter at this point.
So he's already got shit spackled all over him. It doesn't matter now, right?
Yeah, he's kind of in a weird way. He's like almost untouchable. I mean, because once you've been canceled to that kind of level, or like been attacked, then everything beyond that is just, it's not even really quantifiable. So yeah.
What's funny too he'll be all right. That? What's really funny about that is I just posted probably about a week ago, like right after I had COVID, like episode 31 of our show, Medically Challenged, everybody, in case you didn't know what you're listening to. And it was on that show that I was telling you about how this kid came into the restaurant wearing a Brujeria shirt, and he did not have a clue who they were.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, you know that band? Like, you know the singer Juan Brujo? And he's like, what? I thought it was a pretty funny show because it was like the kid was absolutely like dumbfounded, clueless about what I was talking about. And he apparently had no idea what the band was. And I'm thinking, if you're wearing that shirt, you've got to know that it's a metal band. You've got to know that it's a joke metal band. You've got to know something about it. But he was clueless. But then you went on to say that, well, what if he bought it and because he thought it looked cool and he checks out the band? But then you went on to say, what if Kim Kardashian or Kanye comes out wearing an Exodus shirt and that gets people into Exodus? And then look at the news right now. Kanye's wearing a Burzum shirt. It's like, of all the bands he could have picked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, wow.
So now a bunch of people are checking out Burzum going, hey.
But you know what, though? Is they're not going to hear anything. All they're going to hear is really somber, depressive black metal with screechy, horrible vocals. And they probably won't like it for that. But there's nothing in his lyrics that talks about anti-Jew or anti-anything. It's just about people suck and misanthropy and depression and cold landscapes. I mean, that's all it's really ever been about. So, they're probably going to post something on Facebook, and then they're going to get in trouble for posting it because everybody else is going to get offended because they know.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it unfolds. Or, I mean, I'm thinking it's just going to be just a non-issue. I mean, it's already out of the news. It's not like it's grown legs, and it's going. It's just like Kanye, wore a Burzum shirt. That's it. Have you heard anything else about it? No.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, like within the metal community, or just even just people on the internet, like they're going to check out Burzum because of him wearing that. It's going to kind of maybe dredge up some stuff, and it's not going to be like on the CBS Evening News, but I mean, we'll hear about it. So I just thought it's just funny because what if you saw like fucking Hellhammer from Mayhem wearing a Kanye shirt? Like, then what would happen?
Why not? Yeah, maybe that's the crossover we're looking for.
Or your favorite Cardi B, like maybe like Corpse Grinder will come out one night wearing a Cardi B shirt.
That I could almost see happening. Because I mean, you think about it, like the most almost mainstream death metal band would probably be Cannibal Corpse, right?
Probably.
So, even though I don't think there is anything mainstream about their music, but
it's pretty generic and accessible, I would say, wouldn't you?
No,
of course.
I don't think pure death metal is accessible Period.
Well, it's not, but I mean,
Or generic. I mean, if it's played well, it's not generic. It's death metal. It sounds like death metal. There's not a lot you can, say outside of that. Brutal riffs. Good death metal is just good death metal, and it's gonna sound like death metal. So there's, like I said, I mean, it's kind of intentionally confining as a genre. So the fact that anybody can really keep just churning it out, within the confines of that style is pretty impressive to me.
That is interesting, but maybe we have all new people, like generations of people who are getting into it. But
there is, yeah.
So here's something I wanted to ask you about is I looked online and there was something in the news about Vinnie Vincent, like people were giving him shit because he was charging people $200 a head to join his Facebook group. Did you hear that?
Is this recent?
Yeah, like a week ago. And I looked on Facebook. It doesn't say anything specifically right then and there, but I didn't try to enter it or anything. But it didn't say it's going to be $200 to enter, but I didn't try to join or anything because maybe then it'll pop up. But it was in I think it was on Blabbermouth or just somewhere on the internet. Maybe it was just something on Facebook when I was scrolling. It was a news thing that popped up. And did you hear about that?
No. I'm looking, I just kind of Googled them. I'm not really seeing.
They could have, of course, taken it down too when that news broke. It probably figured it made him look bad, but that sounds totally something like Vinnie Vincent would do. But
yeah, I mean, he's just kind of gotten. I mean, it's weird. I mean, because it was probably like maybe 2 months ago, before it got really snowy. I just re-listened to like the Vinnie Vincent albums. Are really good. They're excellent albums, in fact. So I don't know. Like I think it's just kind of. It'd be nice to hear what he would do now, but I just don't know. Like, I mean, he probably, there's certain guitar like musicians that feel like they've been put so much through the ringer in the music biz, they just can't come back.
But it's funny because while you were talking, I went and looked at all Vinnie Vincent groups. There's 3 up there. There's a bunch more. But if you scroll down, there's a couple of other pages that are talking about it too. 80s heavy metal and hard rock lovers. That's a Facebook group. It says Kiss legend Vinnie Vincent is charging his fans $200 for being part of his Facebook group.
Well, I mean,
so it says read here. There's a link. Let's open that up and see what they got to say.
He probably needs the money, and
yeah, but I mean, come on, $200 to join a Facebook group. How do you even do that?
Yeah, but what's he gonna do? Like, do you think he has like any?
It's Facebook. It's the internet. It's like me charging people to join our Bentley Challenge website. I mean, come on.
No, it's not, because you're not Vinnie Vincent. You didn't play in Kiss. I mean, you might as well.
I'm much more famous than Vinnie Vincent. Come on.
Might as well, though. Like I said, I mean, he doesn't. $200. You don't need a whole lot of fans. Like, I mean, think about it. If even just like 1,000 fans join up, I don't know if it's a subscription, but that's.
Okay, well, there's a private group on there, and that's what it says, and that's the one I first saw. And then I'm looking at the story that had the link I clicked a second ago, and it says from Vinnie Vincent. Hey guys, beginning February 1st, 2024, Euphoria is changing to a paid membership site, $200 annual fee. It's necessary to keep out the riffraff and to ensure the safety and integrity of the fan core of this private club.
Yeah. in a way, he's right, because I think about all the trolling, that probably happens to him.
They're still gonna get that. I mean,
well, yeah, but you might as well monetize the trolls. If someone wants to pay you $200 to, talk shit on you, well, fine, it's his $200. But just think about it. Like if, say, like 5,000 people join his page, that's $10,000. That can help. It's not something you live off, but might cover some expenses. So if you can do it, I think that's fine. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Same with like meet and greets, that kind of thing.
Actually, if
I mean,
you
you're a good example of it, dude. I mean, it's like musicians have to find other ways to monetize themselves because no one's buying their music. So it's either merch or special access.
if you put in that Facebook, if you put that into Facebook and you look on all the things it brings up just in their search under Vinnie Vincent, there's all kinds of stuff. Like everybody's going off about it.
Oh yeah, because they're
There's
idiots.
there's a picture I posted on the Medley Challenge Facebook page. I forgot it. It has Vinny with Lizzie Borden. And like Lizzie Borden in this picture really looks like William Dafoe, like because he's got that crazy, like fair-haired old white guy, crazy nut job look. And then Vinny's hair is totally like doing the koosh ball thing on top. And he's got the bottom of it is pink, and he looks like Susie Sue from Susie and the Banshees. It's kind of funny. Like just so yeah, anyway, $200. I like Kiss and I like Vinny, but I won't be paying $200 just to go, hey,
No,
what's up?
I mean, yeah, once again, no, he's just they just got to figure out a way to make some money. I mean, apparently he's got a band.
He could play in a band and do some of the fucking festivals that he says he's going to
no,
do.
I mean
That's how he can make some money.
That's what I'm saying. Like, apparently he's got a Vinnie Vincent, like another project called Euphoria.
Everything he has said he's doing, he has not done, or he'll set something up and then cancel it.
I know.
So
Well,
if he would stop doing that, he could get money and play.
I'm not saying that
he
hasn't. I'm not saying he hasn't done that. I mean, it's like I mentioned, like he is kind of seems like he's sort of just struggling to keep it together, But it'd be cool. Like I think it'd just be cool to see, and if this is a way because eventually people aren't going to keep paying if he doesn't have like some new, I think a lot of people are paying because they want to see some new music from him, so this might light a fire under him to, put
well,
some.
he's had ample chance since fucking 1983
I know.
when they kicked him out of Kiss to do all of this, and he did the Vinnie
Well,
Vincent
he did 2
Invasion.
Vinnie Vincent Invasion albums.
Well, yeah, he did, and then he drove those guys crazy, and then since then
Oh
he's
yeah.
kept doing this stuff where he's just,
All right. Well,
I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Well, we're not doing
I'm
it.
just saying, like, I'm just saying he's a great player. It would be nice to hear something from him. And if this helps, yeah, that's great. I mean, yeah, maybe he won't do anything with it, but I don't see anything really wrong with, charging, a musician, charging extra for, special access. Because like I said, they had to monetize themselves somehow because the music's not paying the bills anymore. So they got to get creative.
So interesting that you said that the way you said it, because I wanted to bring this up. Is when's the last time you've been to like a concert for like a bigger band, any kind of music?
I'm trying to think here. Like a bigger band,
like a more popular mainstream kind of thing, not like Carcass or something, but something lit.
Well, that was like the bigger. That might have been the biggest. I haven't gone to a whole lot of like mainstream band concerts. I think I don't know, maybe God, it was almost 10 years ago. I went and saw a band called Blue October, and they're just kind of like a almost like a Matchbox 20 type band. But that was at what's that? The Depot, on the Westgate.
Yeah.
So I saw them there. I saw Gore there. I don't know if you consider them popular.
I mean, like big, like Kiss or Maiden or.
Oh, dude! The last time I saw a band like in a
Tears for Fears or whatever.
Yeah, in like that kind of setting, it would have been. Holy hell! Oh shit, dude! I can't remember. I mean, like I've seen I saw like Rush, at the Delta Center, or at USANA. But that's, dude, we're going back 20 years, like at this point, saw Slayer in
No,
Vegas.
I mean like recently, like within the last year.
No, I haven't. I haven't seen like a big.
Okay, now let me ask you this question. When you go see a band, like say you go see Rush or you go see Slayer, they play for about an hour. So you expect them to do an encore,
Do
right?
they? No, Rush plays for 3 hours. It was like an evening with when I saw Rush. They didn't have an opening act.
3 hours?
Yeah, so they break it up. They play for an hour and a half, then they'd have like a 15-minute intermission that had like so they had like screens with cartoons and stuff like that, and then they came back and did a second half. Same with like Dream Theater. After a certain point, they just started doing an evening with. Slayer probably played for like 2 hours, and they had Gojira opening up, so that was pretty interesting. But no, I mean, I've never seen like a headlining band only play like an hour. They usually go for 90 minutes with then an encore on top of it. That's my experience.
Yeah, well, that's why I asked, because I went to go see Devo this past Monday at Park City for Sundance.
Yeah.
Apparently they're on tour, and this is like their 50th anniversary this year, which I
Right.
kind of didn't even think about.
Well, okay, yeah. So I think what they're doing is they're probably just promoting. I think there's a Devo movie, like some kind of documentary on
There's a
Sundance.
documentary about 80s music, but
Yeah. So they're
I was
probably
given to
this is
understand that they're touring though, but they played in Park City. See, this is why I didn't
they're
know.
touring to promote this movie, so it's not like I don't know. I don't think I think it's probably a different kind of tour. Like it's not like a new that like hey we're an active band still releasing music and everything like that. It's like hey we got this little bit in a movie, so we're gonna play an hour. So I don't think I think it's a different kind of tour. If it is a tour or if they're just playing Sundance, you know.
Well, I didn't know. That's the thing. I don't know if they're touring, but it is their 50th anniversary last year and this year.
Mm.
And they had shirts and everything, and they had tons of merch there. But here's the thing: is I went to see them. At first, I wasn't going to go because the tickets went from 50, then they went to 100, then they went to 125. Some places were selling tickets for 249 bucks. That was the highest I saw,
Mm.
or 264, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, it got the better of me. I thought, you know what? They're getting old. I'm probably never going to get a chance to see them. They have not been here since the 90s. I
Uh-huh.
probably ought to go, or I'm going to regret it, no matter how expensive it is. And I paid $200 before for a cassette
Oof.
tape to complete a collection I had. I never
Yeah.
even listened to the tape. I didn't even like the band, but I bought it. So I'm thinking, okay, money is not going to be the issue really, but it is in Park City, and that sucks. It's a long drive, and I have to take the day off work. I was already scheduled because I didn't know they were coming. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it wasn't really advertised. So I thought it was something to do with that Sundance film because I know there's an 80s documentary. It's I think even being filmed there. I'm not sure
How
what
many
year it
albums do
was.
they have? Do they even have enough albums to
Oh, of course, dude.
justify a 2 4 hours, whatever?
They have a few. I let's see. They've got at least like 9 or 10 albums. I mean, not
Oh,
including
okay.
live and best ofs and shit. I mean, they're not like tons and tons of albums. I mean, but they've got like a solid 8 to 10 albums of like studio material. It's all like a lot of hit stuff like "Girl You Want" and "Whip It" and "Beautiful World," all those songs. Well, anyway, I went to see him and it was cool. They were great. I have no regrets as far as like them live. They were really good. That you could tell they're getting a little puffy, they're all gray, they're getting a little older. They still had total energy. They played an awesome show. They
Mm-hmm.
played most of the crucial songs, but they played 12 songs, ended exactly after an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, he goes, "Thank you." And they all left the stage and we're all like, "Yeah, yeah." People
Mm-hmm.
are going, "Devo, Devo." It's been like 5 minutes and they will not come out. I'm like, what the fuck? Are they really not going to come back out and play at least two more songs? Really? And then we're all like,
Mm.
"Devo, Devo." And then the roadies come out and start tearing all the shit down. I'm like, are you kidding me? And here's the thing: I paid when it was said and done, I paid almost 160 bucks to go see these fuckers, and that's not including the drive out there, gas, all that.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, and nobody in Park City is gonna go see Devo, and maybe like 5 people. Everybody that was there is from Salt Lake. I mean, come on, or people
Right.
visiting for Sunday from out of the country or out of state. So I'm like, you're really gonna charge us almost 200 bucks to come see you at a place where nobody lives, to drive out there and you play 1 hour of fucking music and then you don't even come out for an encore for like one song. I was a little dumbfounded. I mean, the show was cool, and I'm glad I saw him. But goddamn, really? Not even a one song encore? I mean, fuck. I didn't get my money's worth, man. I was gonna buy a shirt, and I was like, well, fuck it, man. $40 for a T-shirt after all this, and then I got a parking thing on top of that. I got a fucking ticket because I didn't get how their parking worked out. But
oops.
So yeah, that kind of shit on my night too. A $200 parking citation from Park City. Apparently, you can't park in Park City. No parking in Park City. So anyway, what do you think of that? I mean, Devo, like, what do you think about that? No encore from a huge band like Devo. I mean, come on, really?
Yeah, but dude, they're all pushing 70. Like
I know. So what? Our whole argument with Kiss is the same thing. They're in their fucking 70s and 80s, and they play encore, encore, encore. Why can't Devo play two more songs? They even have a song where they usually close their set where Marc, the singer, just sings it by himself, like he sounds like a little kid. He puts on a mask and he sounds like this little kid that's their mascot. I mean, they could have even done that, and they didn't. I was like, really? Like he played.
People, dude. Once you start getting that age, I mean, everybody's like going to be aging differently. Like the energy levels are like.
But that's the thing, though, dude. Is they were energetic as fuck on their show. Their show was awesome. They were jumping around. They were ripping off their costumes. That's part of their act. They were doing everything. They had perfect energy. They were fine. I mean, they could have played two more songs, especially when they heard us all going, Devo, Devo. And we paid a fucking $100 to come see him. Come on.
Yeah.
And I get it. And I understand, like, bands these days, like, that's how they make their money is touring. Not that Devo needs it. They're fucking rich. They have their own wine. They have their own paintings and arts and galleries and shit. They don't need the money from this. But, I mean, shit. All these other bands, I get it. Your shirts are expensive. You sell your CDs at your gig and all that. That's fine. But you couldn't play two more songs, really?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
you heard us all out there yelling for you. Oh, we're gone. Fuck you. Bye. So I mean, I was a little disappointed. I'm not like mad, but I mean, I was like, wow, really? Especially for people like me who drove all the way out there, like an hour drive almost, and paid all that money, and then got a parking ticket on top of it. Would have been worth my while to see two more songs at least. But and that's the thing is I can think about like at least 10 more songs that are popular they could have played, but they didn't. They got most of them played during the show. But I don't know. I just wanted to see what you thought about that because I felt a little disappointed. I was like, it was a great show, and I'm glad I got to see them. They'll probably never be back this way again while they're still around as a band. But I feel like I kind of got gypped a little bit. Am I up in the night? Am I being too?
No, I mean, I don't necessarily think so, but I also, I don't know. It's like kind of one of those things. Like once an artist, especially a band like Devo, it's like, they kind of paid their dues and everything, and if this is a way for them to just really pad that retirement. Only working an hour a night. Yeah, people are willing to pay it. God bless them. But I mean, I don't know. It's like it's worth whatever we think it's worth. You know what I mean? Like, and maybe you'll be hesitant to spend that kind of money for a show again. But
well,
I mean, I think it would be worth it. Once again, it's like, do you think you're going to be able to see them again? Probably not.
Well, that's why I decided to go. See, I wasn't going to go. I was like over, like what, $125, $200 to see Devo and drive to Park City, and we've been getting dumped on with snow here lately. What if it snows? You got to drive through the mountains. Like that would have been shitty, but it didn't snow. So then I thought, all right, you know what, $100, $150 to see Devo. That's not. I wouldn't normally do that for any other band, but probably never going to see them again. They're one of my favorite bands. I've been bugging them for years to come here.
Yeah.
And they're here, but it's in Park City. So, and I get it was probably for the Sundance thing, but I don't know. I was just like a little bit like surprised. I'm like, you hear us all out here yelling for you. We're loving the show. We paid top dollar to see you, and that's it. Like, no other songs. Get out of here. I'm like, oh, wow.
They just played their hits, huh?
Pretty much, but they had still like at least 5 to 7 more like mainstream hits they could have played, plus a few, other like not so popular ones. But they got most of them out of the way, like the big ones everybody expected to hear. So I just wonder how many other bands might pull that off. Then you have bands like Kiss and stuff who just do like 5 encores. It's like, okay, we want to go now. So I don't know. And I know you have certain bands like death metal bands and like just metal bands who need the money now because people don't buy music anymore. So they sell merch at their shows, including their albums. So they probably are going to do encores. So I guess that kind of
or they'll do
made
like
my
meet and
point,
greets.
saying Devo doesn't need the money. So yeah, maybe they're just like, here's our hits. Okay, bye.
So. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. Like I said, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, I mean, I find myself complaining about, either bands like that put out a shitty album or they don't like what they're doing.
I'm not necessarily complaining. I'm just like, it was great. I mean, it was cool to see him. It was an awesome show. I don't regret that. It was just like, I'm a little surprised they only played for an hour. They could have played at least 2 more songs. And then on top of that, for all my trouble, I got a fucking $200 parking ticket to go see them. So that's not their fault.
To me, like that is the real crime of the whole thing. Like government, the parking ticket. That's what I'd be complaining about. Like, period. Almost.
Well, that's the biggest thing that's like pissed me off about the night. It was like just inconvenient because I had to like reschedule my work. I usually work all day on Monday, and I had to have someone come in and cover me for the last few hours, and I had to get ready and drive out there, and I had to scarf down like a fast food burger, and I hate eating like that and doing stuff like that. And it was just so packed in there. It was like, I'm surprised I didn't get COVID again. There were so many people just breathing all over you. It was just jam packed in there. And that's what I mean. There was a lot of people. They could have played like a few more songs. It wouldn't have killed them to do it. But oh well, what can I say? They were there and they were cool, and they are getting old. I mean, you can't use that argument because look at all these other metal bands and rock guys like Foreigner and Kiss and Motley Crue, and like they're all getting old, but they're playing for over an hour or so. So
yeah.
But I don't know. I'm guessing maybe also it could have been like what you said. I think maybe it was just like an art tour. So they're just promoting their music for this documentary. I don't even know if they're touring. Like, I'm pretty sure they are touring, but I don't know. Yeah. But I didn't hear news about them touring at all. I heard nothing. It's just all of a sudden they're going to be here in Park City. So I'm like, oh shit, really? Yeah. So it might have just been for Sundance.
I mean, I'll just take a look. See Devo. Not Fbo. Devo tour. No,
what do you got?
Celebrating 50 years, De-Evolution tour. But that was like, let's see. I'll just see if there's. Oh wait, no, that's an album they're pushing.
Yeah, and there's also some weirdness about them.
Tour. So I mean, yeah, they're on a tour, but it's very. There's only like 4 dates. So there was.
Oh shit.
So there's like the 27th in New York. Then there's May 4th, Redondo Beach, and then May 25th through the 27th in Vegas. Kind of almost like a residency. So I mean, it's a very. They're probably like these kind of almost like fly-in dates.
Maybe I'll go drive out and see him in Vegas. You want to go with me?
May 25th, maybe.
You into Devo? You like Devo, don't you? Enough to go see him live?
Not really.
I mean, you like Whip It and stuff like that. I'm sure you do.
That's about the only song I know from Devo.
Devo's good, man. You've probably heard more songs than you know from them. And not only that, but really, like Devo live and Blondie, like they both have kick-ass musicians. Like Blondie's drummer, Clem Burke.
Blondie, hell yeah, dude.
Blondie's drummer is awesome, and Devo's old drummer. She's
still alive?
Oh yeah, she is. See, there was a time when Devo and Blondie toured, like about 5-6 years ago, and like fucking come to Salt Lake, and they wouldn't come here. And it was like they have some hang up about Salt Lake. I'm not sure what it is, because the last time they were here, it was in the mid-90s on the Lollapalooza tour. And there was something where the show got shut down or something happened. I can't remember what it was. I didn't go, but There was some weirdness that happened, and ever since then, they just will not come back here. I've even talked to Gerald Casale, the bass player, on the phone. I'm like, come to Salt Lake. I'm on all their Facebook pages, and they won't do it. I've emailed them. I'm like, come play in Salt Lake fucking City. You've been to Vermont. Who the fuck lives in Vermont? You've been to New Zealand. There's fucking orcs and hobbits living in New Zealand. Why are you going there? Come to Salt Lake fucking City. And they wouldn't come. So anyways, maybe if I go to see him in Vegas, it'll be a longer set. Like, did you Google their set list and see what that's going to be? If it's more than just 12 songs? Do that. See what it says.
Let's see. Devo set list.
So I looked up the Salt Lake set list. It says it's exactly what I saw. It's just 12 songs.
Yep, that's it. So let's see. Well, okay, there's the Sundance Film Festival. Devo at, so let's check this one.
So the last songs would be Mr. DNA and Gates of Steel. So, that's what I saw.
So the thing is it looks like that Park City one was probably literally like a promotional gig. So on if you go back to 2023, which was December 6th in Australia. You got Don't Shoot, I'm a Man, Peekaboo, Going Under, That's Good, Girl You Want, Whip It, Planet Earth. Then so this looks like an evening with. This is kind of like a Rush type thing. Then it says Carl Sagan video.
Band they played that. They did that here.
And they do I Can't Get No Satisfaction, Rolling Stone cover, Secret Agent Man.
Yeah, they didn't play those.
Sloan, Uncontrollable Urge, Mongoloid, Jocko Homo. Sorry. Smart Patrol, Mr. DNA, Gates of Steel, The Corporate Anthem, Freedom of Choice, Gut Feeling, Beautiful World. So like 17 songs, and it's like split up.
So that's 5 more songs they're playing than they played here in Salt Lake.
Yeah, so that maybe there is going to be, like, if you do go to the Vegas one, it's probably going to be like a full like kind of thing. But the Sundance one was let me just look at it here. Well, the weird is like, okay, so yeah, Sundance had the 12 songs. That's still a good set, though.
Well, it's not bad. That's what I'm saying. But I just was shocked it was only an hour. They could have easily played at least 2 more songs, but they didn't. And especially because they heard us all out there yelling, nobody was leaving, and they just chose to ignore it. Like, okay.
But also, they might have had, like, I mean, if it was promoting that film, they probably had press. They probably, you know.
I don't know. I would have assumed they're there for a couple of days, but I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I took that into account. It could have been anything, but I mean, usually if you play live and people pay a lot of money to come see you, I mean, you'd be like, okay, let's play one more song. Fuck it. But they didn't.
Yeah, but it's also like, hey, we're playing at Sundance in Park City.
Well, that just brings up my argument. Why the fuck don't they come to Salt Lake City? And they should, but they haven't done it since the fucking 90s. It's like, why not?
So they're playing for a bunch of rich, pretty people up in Park City. Probably
they could have come to Salt Lake and sold out a fucking arena, but they didn't. And they're being stubborn little shits. Like, fuck.
No,
we're gonna go to Vermont and New Zealand where there's like 3 times people in Salt Lake. Yeah, right.
They were invited by some people at Sundance to promote that movie. Salt Lake wasn't on their. I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, exactly. That's my point. Like, why not? Why are we chopped liver? Like, fuck Denver. Why does Denver get all the shows? Denver can fucking blow me.
Yeah, because they're Denver. I don't know, dude. I'm trying not to really question, decisions that artists make. It's hard. It's hard to be a successful musician. So whatever they, if they think it was the right choice, then, because I get disappointed when I see bands like skip over Salt Lake or skip over Lander, Wyoming. I mean, come on. I'm just.
Well, you're in no man's land now.
Yeah, no, there's nothing going on here. But
do you get any shows in like Cheyenne, Wyoming, or anywhere like that?
I think so. And I think Casper is, but a lot of people here, like if they want to see like a show, they either go to like, I think Casper, Wyoming, or Salt Lake City. They'll just make the drive out to Salt Lake.
So there's nothing that goes to Wyoming at all, like in Cheyenne or anything like that?
There might be, but I mean, anytime I've ever looked at like a tour, like a death metal band or something like that, they don't. Rarely do I see them come up to Wyoming. They'll do Salt Lake City way before that. One thing I will say about Salt Lake when it comes to metal shows, they've really not many bands miss Salt Lake anymore. They'll actually stop. Like who did I see is playing Salt Lake just coming up? It was like in March, or maybe it was May. I don't know. I might try to come out for it. Might have been Cannibal. I don't.
Cannibal was here in October with Mayhem. I don't think they're coming back. Amon Amarth's coming back again, like for the 4th time now in like the last year and a half.
Really?
Fuck. Amon Amarth is coming back. Obituary is coming back.
Maybe it was Suffocation.
I think they were already here not too long ago, weren't they?
Yeah, they weren't. They were, but I think they just dropped another album. I mean, well, they dropped one just like in 2023, like back in November. It was good. It's a good album. Maybe it was Dying Fetus. I don't know. It was one of the bigger like death metal bands is coming back through.
But I think Dying Fetus was here not too long ago as well. So I don't know. Maybe they're coming back. I don't know.
But that's also the thing with death metal bands. A lot of times there'll be a tour and then they'll like start another tour like almost immediately within like another lineup. So I don't know who it is. But like I said, it does seem like Salt Lake is starting to get more on the metal map, when it comes to like underground metal. So, I mean, definitely the last metal show was in Salt Lake. I think the last metal show I saw was I don't remember, dude. I think it was Exhumed. That was 2022, 2023. I don't know.
Well, we saw Carcass since then.
Yeah, we went and saw Carcass. I forgot. And then that was like right before I moved to Vegas for a second.
I see.
And then when I was in Vegas, I saw Enough's Enough, which was was a Enough's Enough.
Oh, your favorite band?
One of my favorites. Yeah, they're great. But it's not the original. Like it's just the bass player handling everything, and he's not even the original lead singer. So, and I don't know how. I don't know. It was good, but I'd prefer him with either Donnie V or Johnny Monaco on vocals. So, you know how that is, right? You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Well, you've told me you think Donnie's a dumbass.
No. Oh, I know. I think I talked about how he's a musical genius, but like
he's
just
genius,
intellectually.
But he's a idiot.
Yeah, intellectually, he just seems like completely not there. But I always found it weird. He can write these really incredible songs, even lyrically, they're good. And then when you hear him talk, it's just like, dude, like I don't know. It's weird. I mean, maybe there's just two minds, musical mind, musical intellect, and regular old intellect. I don't know. But what else?
I've been adding a lot of music to my mail order catalog on
the
Store Envy
Envy
sites. Yeah, and
throw some Cat 5 albums. I think those are kind of hard to get, so they
those
might
out
go
of print.
pretty.
I was wondering about that because I got like 2 or 3 of those left. New Breed of Rebellion, is that the name of it?
Yeah,
is that the name of it? It's the little girl with the teddy bear and the.
Yeah, New Breed of Rebellion.
You're not on that record, right? But you joined the band shortly
Yes,
after.
I am. No, I'm
you
on
are.
that.
I thought you weren't.
No, I'm on that album. Yeah.
I thought you were
I'm
like
on
a
that
Vinnie
one.
Vincent on that record. It's like it credited someone else, but you did the playing. Is that what it was?
No, they didn't do that to me. No, I'm on that album. Like, pull it out. Like, I even wrote 2 songs on that album.
I thought you told me last time we talked about that one that you didn't play on that one. I asked you.
No, the most recent one, which is I think Resurrect the Insurgents, the one that's coming out on Metallic Blue. They're releasing it. That's the one I just played a couple of solos on, and that's like the most recent one. But Rising Anger and New Breed of Rebellion, I'm on both. I'm on those albums, all through the whole albums.
I see. Well, anyways, what I was getting at there is I've been going through like all these bands. I've just got so much stuff, and it's just a few of these gore and slam bands that you'd probably like. But there is this one.
I don't like slam too much.
Well, here's my point though, is I got a bunch of stuff from Severed Records, Severed, you know that label? I think it's a guy in some band, I can't remember now. But anyways, they have Deranged, they have Blood Red Throne, they have whatever, a
You
bunch
need to
of
get a
those.
new website, dude. Like I go to click on your slaughterhouserex.storeenvy, and Google comes up with like this sort of warning that this is not a safe website.
What? That's bullshit.
Forbidden, dude. It's not even letting me go to your website.
Well, if you put in www first, it won't work for some reason. It's just some glitch that StoreEnvy has. But if you just type in slaughterhouserex.storeenvy.com without the www, it'll go right to it.
Yeah, that's slaughterhouserex. What?
slaughterhouserex.storeenvy.com. StoreEnvy 1E.
Well, yeah.
Did it work?
Store. So it's STORENVY.
Yes.
.com. Dude, that is like the most convoluted. There it is. There's got to be a better way, man. No one's gonna find this.
Well, you told me you bought me a domain for like I don't know what that means.
That was like 2 years ago. I could try it again, but that was like 2 years ago. It's definitely expired.
Well, I didn't know what to do with it. What do you do with that? Do you have to have someone program it for you, or how does? Because real websites aren't like the click and drag things these are.
So you just set it up so that you still have the slaughterhouserex.storeenvy.com, but what the domain will do is just basically redirect everything to that, right? And bypass all the www shit. Oh, we'll figure it out. That's something that maybe we can.
Well, I want to get a more intuitive website where people can like actually click on stuff and listen to music inside each band's little link and stuff like that, instead of like the way it is now. But I mean, the way it is now works. But anyway, I was gonna say I have a ton of like gore and death and slam and just black metal, but I have some bands where if you look at the name of the band, you would think it's one kind of thing and you would never listen to it, but it's actually really good stuff. So there's a band called Severed Crotch. Have you heard of them?
That actually sounds familiar.
It's a ridiculous name. Just the word crotch in your band name is dumb at all, but like Severed Crotch.
Technical death metal.
If you immediately hear that name, that you instantly think
from Iceland,
like that kind of shit. And they're not. They're like very, very intricate, like avant-garde, progressive.
I think I've heard them. Yeah.
You would love it. You'd love their music. It's really intricate and like really well done, but they chose to name themselves Severed Crotch. Like, what the fuck were you guys thinking? It's like, did you get a bet to sabotage your career or what?
There's another band from Australia that's like really good death metal, kind of on the technical side, but very brutal, called Death Fucking Cunt, So it's just like.
Called what?
Death Fucking Cunt.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a horrible name.
Well, they're probably like over exuberant about their metal. That's what it sounds like.
Oh, they're also Australian, so I won't hold it against.
But yeah, it's just saying like there's bands like Severed Crotch, and you just hear that name, and you would never give them a chance because you probably think, oh, it's slam, and I hate slam. But they're actually
slam,
like
or it's just too
progressive technical metal band, and for whatever bizarre reason, they chose a stupid name like that. And they've never done anything else that I know of.
I would say before you throw up all those like albums, like I'd find out which ones are like out of print and put them up on like an eBay or something, so you can get, like that out of print money. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Most of that stuff's still in print. The only thing is with like stuff like that, it doesn't matter because anything that's out of print, everybody's got it. But
Well,
maybe, I mean, I might have.
but people still want to buy like out of print, like physical copies, and that's kind of where you might get a little more people buying actual albums. Is they're like, oh shit, this is out of print. I've been looking all over for this. Like Dustin's a good example. He tracks down like all these albums, you know, and buys the physical copies, you know. So hell, if you got a bunch of Cat 5 albums, I'd maybe hit up Dustin, see if he needs them or whatever, you know. Maybe he'll give you top dollar. 'Cause like I said, I don't even have copies of those albums anymore. I don't know where they're at, but
Yeah,
I
I
think
came
because
across.
I think I've seen some of those albums on eBay go for like 50, $100. You know, Category 5. I'm like, wow, okay,
That's crazy. You
because
said
they're
that
out of
about
print.
Disordered, and I still have like maybe a
Yeah,
couple of handfuls of the original Disordered CD in my warehouse because I
yeah,
just
dude.
just
Yeah.
I got so much shit, and I need to open the store again. It's like I have so much stuff, it's absurd. Some of it
Well,
would
I mean,
actually sell. I actually have a lot of cool shit. It's just,
well, yeah, and if you got some rare underground like original copies, dude, I mean, I would rather than open up a store, like I'm thinking like kind of an eBay thing, you know, like
I have an eBay store and it doesn't
let
even get
people
looked
bid
at.
on it.
I have an eBay store and like I have an earache book. Some guy bought it on there and that's it, like CDs and stuff. I mean, I haven't put everything up on there, but that's a lot of work. I only have a few Slaughterhouse titles up there and they're not out of print, of course, but
Well, yeah, so no one's gonna look at that. But if you like, you know, put like a rare like copy of like I don't know, some obscure Norwegian black metal band that, you know.
I actually have some of that too. I have some
Yeah,
Mortiz
exactly.
stuff and
Yeah, and if you got like original copies of that, if it's out of print, dude, someone's gonna buy it because they're gonna
hmm.
go to eBay and they're gonna be searching for it. You know, and all it takes is one person looking for that desperately, you know, and if they find it, like just, you know, what you want is a few people bidding for it. You just set a minimum or something, you know. I mean, I don't know. So I think rather than just throwing that stuff up and charging $16 or whatever, like I
Well,
would do
that's
some research.
any rare out of print stuff. I'm not doing that like on my
Yeah.
website. I mean, that's all that stuff on my website is just stuff that's out there right now. I trade it with other
Okay.
labels. It's there might be a few rarities, but I mean, not anything that anyone can't get anywhere else. But I do have a lot of stuff I'm sitting on. Like I've got
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like
69
that's
Eyes. I got 69 Eyes,
yeah.
Alien Sex Fiend, all these weird goth industrial things. I've got Wumpscut.
Yeah.
I've got Vaughn, which is another Mortiz project. I've got all kinds of
Yeah.
stuff. I just don't have it up there.
Yeah, and if it's like still in its shrink wrap, dude, like that's gold, man.
Well, some of it might be, but other stuff just didn't come shrink wrapped in the first place. Most European
Yeah.
releases back then didn't
No,
come that
I
way.
remember like I've got it like the Cynic album I bought from you. I wish I still had it because it was actually signed, you know.
Yeah,
And
what
now
did you
too,
do with that?
I can't remember. I think I might have like when I went through my hard patch, you know, which basically the last 15 years has been that way. But I think I might have like had to just take a box of CDs to Gray Whale. I had a bunch of rare shit that I
Oh,
just didn't, you
dude, you
know.
should never do that, and especially Gray Whale. Fuck that store. Fuck
I
those
know, dude.
guys.
I know. No, I know. No, I got
I told
totally.
you that story, right? I went in there that one day and that dude was
Yeah,
absolutely hostile with me. I do not understand why, because I've never met him in my life. I'm like, what did I
yeah.
do?
I know.
Fuck you. Fine, fuck
I mean,
off.
I don't know. I found some good stuff there, but I mean, yeah, I was desperate, so you know, whatever, and rightly
Whatever.
so. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I was thinking about opening up my own store, but not like a brick and mortar, like, Monday
Well,
through Friday thing. It's maybe like posted on the internet, like, hey, CDs for sale. Meet me here, meet me there, this day between these 2 hours only. Be there or miss
that
out.
might be kind of a cool thing, kind of a novelty.
I heard the dude from Leviathan does that up in Portland. He's got like a record shop, and you gotta make an appointment with him. And then when you're there, it's like get in there, find what you want, get the fuck
Mm.
out.
No, I don't know if that would do that. I'd make it like a day, like a swap meet or something. But
Well, I don't know exactly how he does it, but I mean, it's not like a brick and mortar store. At least I've been led to believe it's like this secret meeting place. It's I wanted to set up like an Abyss, like a corner of Brad's store, Ranch, and just call it the Abyss there and just have all metal stuff there. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's going to work unless I'm there to do it, because otherwise, he'll just kind of just, I don't know about that band, just kind of throw it all out there and whatever.
But
maybe I'll just
I
have
don't know.
people meet me at my warehouse. I don't know.
I'll
But
meet
I
you at
do
your
have a lot of
warehouse.
stuff, man. I've updated. If you look on my Facebook page, there's been like 5 or 6 updates now of like 10 or 20 CDs each update of like all the shit that I put up there. I'm finding more every day I go in there.
Oh,
And some of that stuff is really rare, like rare black metal.
yeah, that's
Just
what I'm
I got
saying.
like category 5. I got some heavy metal stuff. I've got like
Yeah,
End
like I said,
Guy, Camelot.
I would not just like willy nilly like it sounds tedious and stuff, but I'd start researching, like just sifting through it, researching, seeing what some of these things are going for on eBay. Because like I said, you might be able to really, really clean up.
I got to organize
I'll
in there
help you,
too because
25%. What?
oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Maybe I'll set up a record store in Wyoming. You can run it for me.
In
People
a
are like,
weird way,
Wyoming.
I think something like that would almost like work in this, because in a weird, like, I don't know, just something weird. Like because the buildings are so cheap to rent out here, like storefronts and stuff. Then I'm like, yeah, what if I just did some kind of weird like metal
What's your
thing?
crowd
Like,
like out there? I mean, do you have
I'll
like
do
enough
this.
metal people?
No,
Not
there's no metal
necessarily in
people.
your town, but I'm like just Wyoming in general. Or like let's just say Cheyenne or like one of the nearest big cities. Like, what do
Dude,
you really think? Is there like enough
I
people
have
to get
no
a carcass
idea.
show filled up or what?
No, I don't think so. I really don't.
No,
No,
because I know
no,
that the only
not
band
yet. I
that
mean,
there's a band from there, but it was like a kind of a comedy metal thing, and they were kind of playing up the fact that they were from Wyoming and being silly and wearing giant cowboy hats, but they were on
no, there was
Relapse.
I told you about that.
Well, you told me about the black metal band. I forgot what they were called, but
Yeah,
there was a band called Monostat 7 or Monosplat 7 or something like that. They were like a comedy death metal band, and they were on Relapse like back in the 90s, like in the mid 90s. And they had the unique distinction of being from Wyoming. And so I
I
just
don't know.
wondered if maybe they've got like people think about Salt Lake the way I'm talking about Wyoming though too. So it's kind of like a hole in the wall to most other people, but it's not quite so much like that anymore. But I just wonder if we ignored Wyoming long enough that there's actually kind of a big city there
Well,
now, kind of a scene, or
it's interesting. I was just there's actually a festival called Fire in the Mountains, which is a black metal. Was it a black metal? Black metal of the American West. Huh.
Fire in the Mountains. There used to be a thing called Gathering of Shadows that was happening, and it would happen in Colorado every year, and that was black metal bands from around the area. But I don't think that one happens anymore.
So I guess they have their own little, like, maybe there is a black metal scene out here. So I don't know, but
I know there's a goth scene because I had a book. Um, they had like all these pictures of these goth chicks and it was like just about the goth culture, but most of them were based according to the book, based in Wyoming and Montana. I was like, what? Get the fuck out of here, really? Beautiful girls too. So I don't
it's just
know.
weird because like I'm looking at some of the bands that are playing here, and it almost looks like goth, like cowboy poetry, black metal. It's like, I don't know, it looks like a weird scene. I'm gonna have to check it out. Enslaved playing
Over
played
there,
there. Yeah, one of our highlights in 2022, Enslaved playing the Sundown with Run in front of a bonfire in the wilderness of Jackson, Wyoming. That's close to me, actually.
they did play or they are playing.
Jackson's only, they did,
Oh shit,
playing around this
that's
big
cool.
bonfire.
That's
Yeah.
interesting. Did you go?
What do you know? No, this is 2022. Had no idea
Oh no,
this
you were
even
still
existed
here.
until
Shit,
5 minutes ago. Yeah, so Enslaved played in 2022. Wild.
well, that's interesting.
Yeah. Wolves in the Throne Room.
I
Was
mean,
playing.
they're pretty big for black metal. I mean, they're not.
Yeah.
They're like the
Well,
ghosts of the black metal scene.
Enslaved?
Everybody hates them for some reason. But
Enslaved or Wolves in the Throne Room?
No, Wolves in the Throne Room. Everybody loves Enslaved, but Wolves in the Throne Room is like kind of one of those bands like Ghost, where everybody who's metal hates
Yeah.
them. I don't know
So
why.
check
I've
this
never really
out.
heard their stuff.
So I'm looking at the 2022, right? Check this lineup. Okay, so you got Enslaved headlining. I don't know who this Ivor Bjornsson is.
That's the guy from Enslaved.
Oh, okay. On Wings over Utgard. And then there's a band I can't check out. I don't know the name, but there's YOB. I don't know, but Visigoth, yeah, our boy.
Oh, Jake
Dreadnought.
Rogers. There you go.
Who else is like Haunted or Haunter? I don't know. I can't actually read a lot of these bands. Snake, Dreadnought, Upsick Queen, Eternal Champion, Woven Hand. I mean, I don't know. Looks like a pretty solid lineup, you know.
Well, yeah, there you go. I mean, if that happened in Wyoming, that's cool, but doesn't sound like you get much else, though.
No, yeah. I mean, not so apparently, black metal, but not. Ow, shit.
Huh?
I just got a big cramp in the back of my leg. Owie.
Wow.
Time to take some magnesium.
Yeah, it's funny because Matt, Disordered Matt, was just talking to me. He wants me and Paul Gilbert, the Baphomet guy, all go
Yeah.
back east and go to, I think, the Milwaukee Metal Fest. They brought that back.
Yeah, I'd love to hit one of
It
those.
was one of those, Michigan Death Fest or Milwaukee Metal Fest. But I was looking and like Sodom is like the only band there I'd even care to see, and I'm not even that huge of a Sodom fan. But all the other bands are like literally like hundreds of other bands, like stuff I've never heard of. I'm like, I'm not going to a 3-day festival to listen to all that stuff, and like I'm not even caring about any of those bands. It's just like, but yeah, I don't know. That Enslaved thing seemed interesting, but that's out in the woods too. That would be cool. I didn't hear about that, but or maybe I did. I don't know. Who knows? But 2022.
So I don't know.
Wasn't that was after lockdown, right? I mean, that was just like
that was probably like one of the first. You know, is when things were people were finally fucking waking up from the scamdemic.
Oh God, here we go. How was it a scam? I just had it like 2 weeks ago. It fucking sucked.
I'm not saying the virus wasn't real. Virus was real. The mitigation was a scam.
What? Like,
but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, the lockdown is a massive bullshit. All bullshit.
Well, to keep from spreading it would make sense, don't you think?
Oh.
What was the purpose of them doing that? Just to keep you from buying eggs at the grocery store then? I mean, why is that a scam?
It was a transfer of wealth. So businesses like Amazon could like start putting others out of business.
Well, they've been doing that anyway. That's why you shouldn't support Amazon.
Just sped it up.
That's why I said a long time ago, fuck Jeff Bezos. You're like, no, you shouldn't say that. Like, nah, you should say that. Fuck him.
No, you should say that. I never said you shouldn't say that.
Yes, you did. I just edited it out of the show.
No.
Oh God. Well, anyways, we're not going to get into this.
I think we got a good hour in. I got to get to sleep.
Yeah, man.
The melatonin gummy I just took about 10 minutes ago is going to start kicking in soon.
And tonight, the Sandman's coming to get you.
Yeah, man.
So anyway, let me know if you want to go to Devo. I just might go see them again because the show was actually that good. It'd be under better circumstances to. I mean, I'd even go further to see them, but what's that?
See, like I'm gonna try to get up there like first week of March. I think is what I'm looking at.
So you lived in Vegas. That would have been perfect, man. I could have come stayed with you and just shown around Vegas, and we could record live in the flesh there on the strip. Like, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, sitting pretty in Sin City.
Yeah, man. No, this was definitely a better. This is definitely more my speed up here. Although I'm working my balls off, but
that's all right. You're earning your once a month paycheck now, right?
Yeah, yeah. But like I paid off my fines in Salt Lake, but it still takes like 30 days because the government sucks and needs to be destroyed. But other than that,
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
so I'm gonna
Speaking
try
of
to get up
fines, I
there,
got a $200
road trip.
parking fine to go
Yeah, dude. I mean,
get out of.
don't pay it, dude. Just tell them to choke on it.
Can you do that? What happens with like a parking structure? Can they affect your credit or your driver's license?
Not your
Or for
driver's
that matter,
license.
when the cops
They
come
can
looking
send it to
for you?
like they can send it to like collections or something like that. But yeah, so it could probably affect your credit. But you know,
Yeah, that's ridiculous, man. $200. And it wasn't even
yeah,
clearly marked like where to park. I'm like, well, what do? You park here and then what? So I assume
yeah,
that you just on your way out, you tap your credit card on the little thing, the little arm goes up. And I assume that's what we were doing. And I guess that wasn't the case because when I got out there, I had a fucking ticket on my car. I'm like, fuck,
yeah,
fuckers.
yeah. The worst possible time. It's probably like $50 normally, but Sundance, they're like, no, there's important people here that need to park.
Well, those assholes probably got private parking somewhere else anyway. So
Oh
I was
yeah,
parked
yeah,
on like a fucking hilltop, like way off to the side of like where everything was happening, but still.
yeah. Oh no, yeah.
Anyway,
I'll get you,
lesson
dude.
learned. A fool and his money are soon parted. That's the takeaway lesson from today's medley challenge.
Yes. So don't be a fool.
As Devo said in their song "Gut Feeling," I had a gut feeling. So, anyways, all right,
Yeah.
baby. Well, you better get to sleep. You got some work to do in about 4 hours, right?
Uh, yeah, a little more than that if I can get to bed
Oh, 6 hours.
before 11.
Yeah, you better get
Yeah.
down, man. Get down, get down.
I know. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
fuck yeah.
Here we go. On
Yeah, there
that
he
note,
goes. He's fading. I better stop recording.